yourself. Do it yourself in Montessori, DIY. And also the business of Montessori. When we talk about material making, we talk about the business of Montessori. Now, in the business of Montessori, nobody is going to buy improvised materials from you. Materials you make with straw board, you make with paper, nobody is going to buy it from you. But as a teacher, you want to be effective in your class. Because I have to tell you the truth. I started my Montessori training with improvised materials, the one I call DIY now. It was working while it lasts, meaning I made most of the materials I can make with straw board, with cardboard, and we were using it. But the French school that I was using then, she gave me a room, a small room like a store inside her school there, that I should be putting my materials, because we were using their classes and I cannot leave the materials in their classes during the week so that the children will not spoil it. But she did not tell me that, or maybe let me say she did not know that the room was leaking. So one day there was heavy rain throughout the night. By the time we got there on Saturday morning, all the materials have become water. Everything has spoiled. So that is why I tell you that you cannot sell improvised materials. And Montessori materials are financially consuming. Now this one I have in my hand now, Fortress. This one I have in my hands now. These letters, they are cut with acrylic plastic, a type of plastic that all these sign writers use. This one is the most expensive. This material, the cost of production, everything, the cost of production that got to me, I'm not saying the cost of production I want to sell is 50,000. So how much will I sell? You understand? But I did this for myself as a sample for myself. I've had somebody that asked for it. I've had somebody that saw it, loved it, and she decided that that's the one she wants. She said she doesn't want the wooden one, and I did it for her. I think I did it for her at 62,000. That's minus delivery, because she came here to get it by herself. But I'm now talking about, okay, you want to do it for yourself as a teacher. If you don't have your own school, even if you have your own school, we still have cheaper options. The wooden one is not as expensive as this. The wooden one will cost like maybe 40,000, and it will be three letters too. You understand? So I'm trying to explain this to you for you to understand the business of Montessori. Montessori materials are expensive. People know, everybody know. Now if you want to go into it, you have to do something that will last for people. You cannot sell something that is expensive for somebody and then that thing spoils in 1 month. Who does that? Now these are the sandpaper letters. These are sandpaper letters. Are you looking at me? Yes. These are sandpaper letters. These sandpaper letters, we have two designs. Tokwe, go into this room. You will see another. Everybody is here. You will see another type of. You can get a chair and put it there. You will see another type of sandpaper letter. The design is different from this one. All the boards are the same size. Now that one is a design. This is another one. Now this one, I started doing this one when I realized that A lot of schools were also introducing Nelson handwriting. They were introducing Nelson handwriting. And it's this one I want. Thank you. Now, if you look at this one now, there are also some paper letters. Their design is different from this one. This one, everything is the same size. We did not differentiate the letters according to the Nelson handwriting. So this is a regular one. This one is cheaper. If you want to sell this one now, I think everything should be around maybe 30,000 or 32,000, because they are made with plywood, and plywood is very expensive. But this one is even a bit more expensive because it takes more material, because we cut the letters according to, we cut the shapes of the boards according to the letters. Now this is A, this is B. So we did the mounting letters, the climbing letters, the descending letters. We did it like that. Now the giraffe letters, these ones are like that. Now look at M. We gave it, instead of doing it like this, we made it like this, and it's even bigger. Look at, you see that it consumes more material. I'm not talking about the paint, I'm not talking about the sandpaper, I'm still talking about the board itself. So all of these things are what we all of these things are what we factor in to determine the price of each material. But I'm talking today on you doing this for yourself as teachers. You can use straw board. You know this type of board that I use for this ceiling here, they sell it. There are straw boards that are strong like this. You can use it. It's not as strong as this, but if it's for yourself, it's something that can still work for you, and then you can have it. One of the beauties of Montessori, for those of you that don't have your own school, you are working for people, one of the beauties of Montessori is that by the time you are done doing your program, you have your own materials. A lot of schools are not ready to invest. A lot of schools are not ready to invest in Montessori material because of the costs. But then, anything worth doing is worth doing well. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. If you have a vision for a business, you should be ready to invest in that business. This is my problem with those that are writing Montessori everywhere, and then when you enter their school, there is nothing that looks like Montessori. Nothing, not one single thing. Even the letters they put on the wall is not related. That is why I used to say most of our students, by the time they are done here, those that are working for people, they always have problem going back to where they work. Why? It's like the knowledge is wasted. The knowledge is wasted because we teach you how to use all these materials. You saw them, you can use them, but you get to where you are going. Years ago, when I was still in the classroom, I have specialized. I have tailored my learning and everything to early years. There were schools that were ready to pay me, good schools, that I rejected their offer. I couldn't work there because when I do interview there, I ask this one, they don't have. I ask for that one, they don't have. What am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be teaching children in abstract? And you write lesson notes, and you will use what do they call all those things they used to stick on the wall? Charts. You will use charts in this age and time. In this age and time, charts. I'm sorry. You must get to a level where you are bigger than some things. If every year you are still on the same spot, you are not getting bigger. And let me tell you, you can be in the same school, your salary can be increased, but you are still small. It's not about salary. That's what a lot of Nigerians don't know. It's not about salary. You are earning 150 at Idimu. You are working in a school at Idimu. They are even paying you 150. Maybe they started with you with 80,000 or something. They started increasing you because you have been there. Something happened. They might not even sack you. It's not every time bad things happen. You may locate. I once had a student here. They were living at Shasha area, and they relocated. The husband got a job at the island, or the husband's job opened another branch at the island, Aja. So they have to move. The first job she got there, for good 3 months, I did not have one single piece. This was somebody when we were having training. In a month, she may not come to class more than once. This one do this. They said we should come in our school. They said we should do this. She will keep giving these different excuses. By the time she got to that school, because of her certificate, she was able to scale through the interview. They employed her. Oh yeah, come and practice. This one was calling me every day. I was the one that was practically writing a lesson note for her. Oh yeah, write it this way. Oh yeah, put this one. Oh yeah, send it to me. Let me edit it. Use this. But where she left, she was the head teacher. Olójú kan, ọba ni nílùú àwọn afọ́jú. She was the king. Yeah, where she left. When she got to where they will test her through fire, she couldn't deliver. I don't even know if she's still in that school. I don't know if she's still in that school. There was nothing she did not do to convince that woman to buy Montessori materials. The woman did not buy. And I told her, I said, do you know why this woman did not buy? You don't know how to use it. You did not convince her that you can use it. If you improvise some, she saw some with you, you are using it in your class. She saw the effect it's having on the children, the beauty of using it. She will be inspired. Where is your own? Where is your own? So what am I saying this morning? I'm telling all of you that are still aspiring, that are still growing. Don't be like Mrs. Obadari. Don't be like me. You know why I said don't be like Mrs. Obadari? It was the day I left my last job, and I've already started my training, that I discovered that I did not have Montessori materials. If for 15 years that I've been practicing as an early years practitioner, I've been buying 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. By the time I decided to go solo, I will not have materials. But thank God for grace. Thank God for creativity. We are what we are today. So I am telling you, do something. Provide something for yourself. You never know where you can meet yourself tomorrow. There are still many states in Nigeria that there are no Montessori schools. This Ikotun that I'm sitting, there's no Montessori school here. The only Montessori school I can point to for you here, there are 2, and I know them. One is where I left, Ega Zuria, behind First Bank. She has Montessori. She has Montessori materials, at least a few. She has a Montessori room. When I got there, every material there were very new. Materials she has bought like 6 years. They were very, very new. They locked them up. Cobweb was everywhere. The teachers she trained, they don't use it. And she does not affect it. They don't use it. When I asked the head of preschool when I got there, where's your Montessori room? She opened. You people don't come to this room. You used to come there every Friday. It's a lie. Others end up telling me it's a lie. They don't go there. Because she doesn't know how to use the materials. She doesn't encourage the teachers to use it. Another one is King's Kid. He's still one of my former students that left here, Blessing, that is helping her to supervise the place now as a consultant. So there are still even in this Lagos, there are still fields for you to conquer. Montessori is like the gospel. There are still a lot of fields for you to conquer. Most of those schools you see in Shasha, Egbeda, Akomojo, all those places say they are open. Gowon Estate, they write Montessori. There is a very big school inside the Gowon Estate. Chioma is not here. That was where she left. Don't mention name, I'm on the internet. That one, and the one that they are, that one you said is one. And there is the one that they are building is yellow. Very big one, yellow building. That start with T. Told me. Teachers that work there, they came here. I was shocked, that one you mentioned. I was shocked when they told me they don't do Montessori. I was shocked. Because I have one of my students that left here, Anna. That's where she's working. And it's because of this Montessori they employed her. And they are a very big school. Schools that have branches at Ipaja here, they have at Magodo, they have at Lekki. For somebody to go and create a school at Lekki. But they are using that name Montessori to sell markets, to deceive people. This is one of this new set. One of this new set. She worked there. In fact, she resigned from there. Is there she resigned. The day she came for registration, when she was telling me, I did like this. She said, I just left there. We don't do it. We don't have. It's traditional method we use. School where nursery students are paying about 150. What are they waiting for to get material? That's Nigerians for you. So if a school as big as that does not have, imagine the mindset they are creating in the mind of the teachers. Let's start with Terry. You still have to move closer to me. You still have to move closer to me, because if you don't move closer to me, you might not see what's happening. If you can go and carry chair, go and carry chair. Your chairs can stay here. Now, for sandpapers, you know we are talking about sandpaper letters and sandpaper numbers. For sandpapers, to trace on sandpaper, we use nail. If you use pencil, you will use, before you will construct R to Z, you will use maybe 30 pencils, because immediately you are putting with sandpaper is chopping your pencil down. Even this nail, by the time you will finish tracing R to Z, the mouth of your nail will have been eaten off. Chair. Go and take chair. Go and take chair. You can't. There's no way you can stand that you will not block the view of other people. Go and take chair. The chairs are inside. Nobody is using it. Morning. Turn it this way. Turn it this way. Then move it closer here. Move it closer, so that others can have. Okay, so when we want to start with the Montessori letters, the sandpaper letters and the sandpaper numbers, the first thing you do is, please, I want everybody to settle down. The first thing you do is you cut your sandpaper. You divide your sandpaper into two. This is the full size of the sandpaper. You cut your sandpaper into two equal parts in the middle. What? What is that? Okay. No. You can come to my back like this. You can get a chair. You can come here. So you cut your sandpaper into two. Morning. You cut your sandpaper into two, and you must have had letters that you want to use to trace. You have to have letters, single letters you are going to use to trace. So you use your nail, like I told you. You can't use pencil or biro to trace sandpaper. It will spoil them. So you use your nail and trace. And make sure you trace straight. If you don't trace straight, it is whatever you trace you will cut out. It is whatever you trace that you will cut out. Whether it's good or bad, that's how you will cut it. Now I've traced R. And then I'll cut it. Another thing is I have different sizes of scissors for different things that I cut. Now if I want to bring out the inner part of this R now, it is this small scissors I'll use. It is the outer part I'll use this big one for. Are you seeing it? Now to cut the inside, what I do is I'll fold this letter into two. I'll fold it into two. And I will trace on the line. On the line. You see? This is R. And that's how I will cut all the letters one after the other till I get to Z. I'll cut them out, trace them, cut them out, and then I will now spray them. That's why you see them coming out in the colors. They are coming out in colors. I'll spray it. I'll first gum it. I always have a flat wooden surface. I'll use my paper tape. I'll put the paper tape behind it. I'll put the paper tape behind them and place them on a flat surface, a wood. I have a wood I use somewhere there. I'll place everything on the wood so that it will be flat. And then I will now, Fawaz, can you get me one of the spray? Anyone, just anyone. That's the spray I use. Thank you. Now these are the sprays I use. Sometimes we buy a pack for 28,000. a pack, because it's brought from the east. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they are doing it in the east, but I know that the Igbo guy that supplies me, he brings this. He said he brings for him. If you want to buy one, 2,000, 2,002. It depends on the color you want to buy. They have all colors. So, but we have colors we use. So we just tell them a pack is 12. So we can tell them give us 3 white, 3 red, 3 blue, 3 yellow, like that. It depends on the production we have. I have a production place, not this place. I can't do production here. I have a production place that we do materials that you can't do with your hand. There are materials you can't do with your hand. Those ones are machine. Machine is what does it. Now my oga be that. My oga. Now they go so it's after spraying. So I'll leave it for it to dry. I'll spray them, all of them, like that, and I'll leave it for them to be very dry. I can leave it till maybe 4 or 5. When it's very dry, touch it, it's not sticky again. That's when I'll now remove it, and I will now spray the wood. Now the reason why you see that some of the colors are blue and some are red is because of vowels and consonants. Is the vowels we sprayed in blue, the background is blue, the consonants come in red. So some of the background I'm going to spray them in blue, some I'll spray in red, and then I will now start sticking them. How do I stick them? I use super glue. It's the neatest. Super glue, this type of super glue, this is what I use. I buy it in packs too. It's the neatest. You can use this Evo stick is also very good. But if you are not very good, if you are not an expert, that you've been doing it for a long time, it will stain. It will stain the white of this. It's cheaper, but it will stain this. It will destroy your work. So to be on the safe side, I will advise you start with super glue. So what do? By the time I remove, they are dry, I remove the paper tape. I put the super glue at the back. I put the super glue at the back, and then I come. It's not staying because it's not dry, but that's how we arrive here, and that's how we will arrive at every letter. Do you understand? That's how we will arrive at every letters of the LMA. That's how we arrive at all the letters, and that's how of the sandpaper letter. The same thing will happen to the sandpaper numbers. It's equally the same way. And for that one, I have my stencils cut out in plastic too, 1 to 9 or 0 to 9. That's what I used to trace. It's cut out in stencils 0 to 9. That's what I used to trace. So I have that one too for numbers. Do you have questions before I go to another one? Do you have questions?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The glue. Do we have to put it and leave it to dry before it can stick? Because you applied now.
This thing is not dry.
Okay.
The letter I just sprayed is not dry. That's why I left it. If it's dry, I will glue it to it completely, and it will glue. But the more I touch it, look at what it's doing to my hand. So, but I just use that to do an example for you. Any other question? The wood. It's plywood now. It's ordinary plywood. It's plywood I cut now.
Ma, how do you cut?
I measure it. They have size.
With what? Is it softwood?
How do I cut my plywood?
They
cut it for me at sawmill. I got to sawmill. I give them size. If I want 100 of this one, I'll give them cut 100 of this one for me. If I want 200 of this one, cut 200 pieces of this one for me. So if it's this size I want, I'll just go there, buy the plywood and give it to them. They have machines that they use to cut at the sawmill. They will cut everything for me and I'll bring it home in bags before I now start using it.
I think he's talking about the length. Maybe
The sizes are here now. Yes, I go along with my measurements when I'm going. I have different sizes. Look at this size. Look at this is sandpaper numbers. This is another size. This is another size. This one is another size. So it's according to whatever I want to do. I will just make sure that when I'm going to the sawmill, I go with my template. I'll just give them. I don't even wait at times. At times they used to send it to me.
The alphabet. How do we know which side of the
that one?
To put
That one you will pay. You will pay for your Ghani. Your Oga. Shebi, you see that small boy that I call my Oga that time. You will pay for you will come and pay your Oga. You go. So when you see people learn work, they do freedom. You are not attended freedom before. You are not attended freedom. That they will bring malt, they will bring biscuits. Oga will pray for you. That's when you are now free to go and practice. So you pay your Oga for that one. White and red. That's white on blue or white on red. White and blue. You can't do children's material with any color. Montessori is white, red, blue, white, red, blue, white, red, blue. Go and look at all Montessori materials inside. The number rod, the red rod, white, red, blue, white, red, blue, white, red, blue. That's the color. That's the color. They don't do children's material in dark colors. This one are this board. This one are for phonogram letters. Phonogram letters. The double sandpaper letter, 8, A's, R's, phonograms. That's what we have in this one. That's what we are doing on this one. I've not cut the stencil, the sandpaper. That's why I have not done it. Any other question? Any other question? Now for this one, you can pass this one around. The sandpaper I use for this one is different from the sandpaper I use for this one. Mr. Light on the board. The texture of the sandpaper I use for this is different from this. The reason why the texture is different is because the age of the children that are going to be touching this, their hands are still very, very flexible. They are babies, 2.5, 3 years. They are babies, and that thing is sharp. By the time they start scrolling on it with their flexible, it can peel their hand. This one, this is what this sandpaper I'm using. This one is called smooth. This is smooth. This one is rough. There is even one that is rougher than this one. We have smooth. Okay. Now pass this one around. This is smooth. That is rough. So you see the texture. That is smooth. That is rough. So you see the difference. Smooth, rough. And then by the time we spray it, we will even spray it, so it will not even be as sharp. You see the way it has changed. It's now looking pleasant. It's something you can now touch because we've sprayed it. The paint has dulled the face. It's not as sharp as it is. All this you have to learn to do because of the children that are going to use it. Because of the children that are going to use it. Because one of the first things for you to look at, to consider when you are making materials for children or you are preparing the environment for children is safety. Safety comes first. Safety comes first. Whatever is going to harm them or injure them, you don't bring it to their environment. You don't bring it to their environment. So their safety comes first. So do you understand that one now? Can we go into another one?
Yes, ma'am.
The shape board. I talked about the shape board. Where's the shape board? Give me that shape board. The learning goal of the shape board is to introduce the children to writing. It's for them to be able to write. Writing starts from understanding basic shapes. Writing starts from understanding basic shapes. If children don't understand shapes, they are going to continue struggling in writing. Before you introduce a child to writing, before you ever put a pencil or a writing material in the hands of a child, the first thing for you to introduce them to is basic shapes. Every letter from A to Z has a shape. Every number has a shape. These are the numbers. They have different shapes. Curve, dash, curve, curve. Go down, slash, dash. Curve, make a circle, curve, and curve. All of them have shapes. Everything. I don't see what you want to do in the classroom that does not have shape as its foundation. You want the child to go and carry a tray. Tray has shape. It's either round or square or rectangle. In fact, I used to say God has shape in mind when he created the world. That's why all of us are not looking the same. Some people are tall, some people are short, some people are fat, some people are slim, some people are robust. God has shape in mind. So why people introduce children to writing or even reading before talking to them about shape, I don't understand. Every curriculum, I don't want to know the curriculum of the country, the numeracy and the literacy, the core academics must start with shape. Your math curriculum must start with shape. Your language curriculum must start in shape. In maths, they will not write. They will not write numbers. In literacy, they will not write letters. They will write. So every curriculum must start with shape in mind. And then you need to now make them understand the rudiments of the shape. And please, for those of you teaching the very small class, please, I beg you, explain to them. Don't do one topic per week. Don't do one topic per week. You are doing 2 topics per week. The children have not learned. You are doing 1 topic. They will not answer you. Okay. I hope that from this place, by the time you finish at Treasures, you carry that your academic cap. You will start dancing like those your senior that day inside the hall. You would have made up your mind that you are going to work in better schools. You are going to make up your mind that wherever you get to, you will open your mouth and teach them, even if they don't want to hear. Teach them. I have gone to interview before that I sat the head of school down and started teaching her. At a stage, she brought out her jotter and started jotting. We all know that in Nigeria, it's not the people that know that they put in position. 50% of the schools that have problem in this Lagos or Nigeria today is head of school that scatter them. Because it's PGD. People like Mrs. Durodola, Mrs. Iwashuku, it's PGD people they are looking for. Mokaramoy, PGD. It's PGD people they are looking for. We need a head teacher. We need a head of school We need a graduate. We need graduate that learns a philosophy. A graduate that have education background. She read philosophy. She now went to do PGD 18 months. That she was learning from her house. When they say interview, she come. She present PGD. BA, University of Ibadan, History and International Relations. PGD, Educational Management, University of Lagos, abi Lagos State University, NYSC, Abraka University. Oya, head teacher have come. Paper. There is a difference between certification and certification. There is a difference between certification and certification. Certificate. You sabi? Sabi. SABI. Certificate and certificate. Certificate is that one you go and do. You put your account say. Sabi na the one wey you go enter school come do. We go see you. You go do. You will interpret curriculum for us. We will see. Decorate a class. I have a former student that went for an interview, one very big school at Alausa side. I still Hallmark or something. I still passed in front of that about 2 weeks ago. Hallmark. The only question they asked her is, can you decorate this class for us? She called me immediately. She went to the toilet and called me. They said I should decorate class. I said, eh? If they said that you should decorate class, they said you should keep person. Ask for their curriculum. Ask for their curriculum. Simple. What class is this? Nursery 1, Nursery 2. Can I have the curriculum of the class? You look at the topics first time. What topics do they have? The first 3 weeks, language. The first 3 weeks, numbers. You pick from those topics, you cut the lecturers and decorate the class. And put some flowers. That's all. Sabi ticket. Now Sabi ticket that too. She knows Sabi. But she get paper. So I hope I'm not even hoping. Here we are not producing people that we carry paper. Not be paper they do here. Now Sabi, you must Sabi ticket. Do you understand? So this is a very, very important material in the early years. Madam, I need water. Come.
I think what's the name of the spray?
The name of
Spray.
the spray. If anyone you can buy this one is Supreme. There is Abro. There are different ones. Me, I don't go with names. It's the color that I have business with. It's the colors. There is Abro. Abro is the most expensive. When I started using this sprays, I was buying Abro for like maybe 1, 2, 600 naira also. They were the ones that were going to buy it for me. Now Abro is almost 2.5. The cheapest you get it is about 2.3 because of this dollar wahala. So this one now we switch to this one now, and this one now we are getting this one. If it's one you want to buy, is 2,000. If you buy pack like us, you buy like maybe 1,900 or 1,920. That's how it comes. You can get it from all these people that sell parts, or motorcycle parts or fridge parts, that sell all these spare parts, fridge parts, car parts. Is all people that sell those things that sell the spray, because they use it. That's what they use to spray cars too, and all this marwa. So this board, this shape board, is a very important material in the early years. This is where early years starts from. Basic shapes. A 5-year-old, that boy in that picture is 5. When I did this assessment, it ticked every other area. Pincer grip. Do you see the way he's holding that thing like an adult when he was beating it? Pincer grip, focus and attention. He does not know basic shape. And it's 5. It's 5. It's 5 going to 6. He does not know basic shapes. And he has been going to school. The question I asked the mother is, what are they teaching him? What are they teaching him? How can a 5-year-old not know shape? shape that 1 year old self can know. 1 year old baby. If you bring this circle out and say circle, circle, 1 year old will know it. How much is his school fees? They said 30,000. What is he learning? You understand? This is where the early years start from. So let me go for, we are done with this. Let me go for another material. I told you we are going to be working on materials that you can do with your hand. That you don't need a machine assistance, yes?
Can we make that with
Sandpaper letter.
sandpaper?
Sandpapers. What exactly is your intention? You want them to learn circle by touching sandpaper like this? No, you must have something in mind before you decide to do that.
Okay,
what is coming to your mind?
Just to get the shape. To improvise shape.
You want to get circle shape with sandpaper. This is circle shape. Why do you need sandpaper to get circle shape? Do you know how many letters have been cut out from this sandpaper this size? Why don't you go and buy sheet board and just put this thing there, do like this, cut circle? I don't want to waste sandpaper. You waste sandpaper, you waste spray. It does, that one is not a cost effective.
You said this one. That one is from. You said sheet board. She used sheet board. It's like ground. It's like this is plywood. It's plywood and sheet board.
Now there's a paper on it.
That's not a paper. It's looking more of yeah, I'm thinking maybe she cut it from something. How did you get the shape?
Huh?
How did you get the shape?
I cut it myself.
Is that a plywood?
It's plywood.
It's both of them.
Everything is plywood.
Is this a special scissors?
Everything is plywood.
Ma, what did you use?
Huh?
What did you use?
I cut it at the sawmill.
Spray.
You spray it.
I sprayed it myself.
Using
You go there with the shape or you ask them.
Shebi, I have told you I can try. I am a professional artist. Aside the fact that I did education, I am a professional artist. NCE level, I read creative arts and education. First degree, I read creative arts. So I am a professional artist. I specialize in graphics. All these things, I design them myself on the computer before they print it for me. Now this is called the mini number rod. The mini number rod. This is called the mini number rod. That's it. I used in that picture. That's it. I used there. This is called the mini number rod. We have the normal length. You have seen it inside. Yes, this is what we call the table one. It's called, this one, teachers, you can use it on your table in your class. And then we have the numbers attached to it that we printed. I've done this size for a lot of people. I've done something a bit bigger for a lot of people. In fact, I'm producing a bigger one of this for Mrs. Duro Dollar now. I'm producing a bigger one of so it's just going to be a bit bigger. The reason why we decided to make it a bit bigger is the last school we produced it for One of the children put this one in his mouth because it's small. You know, it's very small. And then so we, like I told you, we need to be very safety conscious with children. So one of the teachers was looking for it. By the time she finished using it on her table, she wanted to pack it. She couldn't find the smallest one. So it was one of them that said, "It's inside Said's mouth." Said had put it in his mouth. So when they open Said's mouth, Said bring it out because Said will go and swallow wood for us. So that's why we decided we will not be making it a bit bigger. If not, I'm so in love with this size. I so love this size. I love it because it's very small. And then the package, if you have it as a child, you can even put it in your handbag. You can. When I was in the classroom, I've started using this thing for a very long time. When I was in the classroom, what I do when I want to use it is I will just put rubber band to hold it so that it will not fall and put it in my bag and I'm going. So you can have it as a teacher. And let me tell you another secret. You see, when you have materials, when you are prepared, you have lesson notes, you have your materials to use, employers will be afraid of you. Not afraid of you as in not fear that there's different type of fear. No, let me not use the word fear. Let me say employers will respect you. Welcome. They know that you are prepared. They know that you are good. They won't want to lose you. No employer wants to lose a good teacher. No employer. Employers are here. Mama Rehoboth, you want to lose a good teacher? Why you know that this teacher is good? Do you know that? There are some teachers in that your school today. If they resign, you will invite them to your office and say, "Come, let's talk." Abi? Mama Nwachuku, am I lying? That's the way it is. So all this, I'm reading no manner of things on the internet. Private school they don't teach us there. I told one girl yesterday, I said, what type of teacher are you? You cannot be adding value and people will treat you anyhow. Nobody builds a business. I want you to break. I want to destroy it. You cannot be adding value to an organization except the person that owns that organization. Like my mother used to say, may I so rest in peace. My mama will say, correct no day. Correct no day brave. If correct day, you can't do you anyhow. They will be looking for your opinion. They will be asking your opinion. When they want to make decisions, they will ask you, Mrs. Confidence, what do you think we should do? Because they know that for this woman to be doing like this, there's something. So it is always advisable to be organized as a teacher. So this is called the number rod. Every of my material, like I told you, I cannot go to Sawmill and go and kill myself. Cannot be explaining everything. The people at Sawmill, they are illiterate. They are illiterate. They are not a knowledgeable person like that. They say 15 meter by 34 meter. See, by the time you come back, what they will cut for you will be like this. And if you speak English, you might say, Madam Musampuwa. That's what they will tell you. Madam Musampuwa, worry. All you need is, if you have something like this, just give them. This is exactly the size I want. I'll tell them this is the size you want. Give it for them. They don't need it. What do they want to use this thing for? They know it's school material. They don't need it. They will measure it, cut it to size for you. When you come back, you will meet your thing there. But we have passed the level of that. It's not everything we take to the Sawmill again because we have a lot of the materials, as in the machines to cut. I have invested in machines. So many of these things we cut ourselves now. It was when we started, we were going to Sawmill. We don't go to Sawmill for all of this again. We have machines. Because the only thing they do for you in the Sawmill is after cutting, they smooth it for you. And then we have the smoothing machine. So we don't need to go to Sawmill every time. You can give it to them. The difficult part of that material is, where's my water? Okay. The difficult part of that material, this one, is in the spraying. As Mr. Light not to introduce it to number rods. As he not introduce it to number rods. That's number rod. I'm not talking to new students who you have not introduced you. I just want to use this opportunity to teach all of you this topic at the same time. So for the color, the first thing we do is, after cutting it, smoothing it, the first thing we do is we spray in red. We spray everything in red. That's the rod. We spray everything in red. Don't worry, I'll do it. Don't worry. Bring it. We spray everything in red, and when it's dry, when the red is dry, we use some paper tape to wrap it, and then we now spray blue. We spray the blue. By the time we will remove the paper tape, it would have divided. It would have divided.
But we normally use pencil to.
Yes, now I rule it now. You will rule it because you have to know where your paper tape will stay. So you will divide it into 10. You will divide it into 10. By the time everything will be together, and then you will divide till you get to the last one. So everything will have had where you will put your masking tape and roll and roll. And then when you are done, you will remove the paper tape. You are doing it for the first time, it cannot be perfect. You are doing it for the second time, it cannot be perfect. It took me years for it to be perfect like this. So if you go and attempt it and it's not perfect, don't feel bad, don't feel disappointed. There's always a clear point before perfection. You start now getting to perfection. This is called the addition board. This is called the addition board. The addition board, if you want to print the template, that is this that we have on it, you can talk to Mr. Lighton. He can help you print this one. This is printed on flex banner. This is printed on flex, this thing. That's what we print it on before we now put it on wood. Before we put it on wood and frame it. So if you want to improvise it, you can tell him to help you to print the template, and then you now cut strips. These things we have on it are called strips. They are called strips. From 1 to 10, from 1 to 10. They are called strips. And the strips are, we cut strips with plywood. We cut them with plywood. They are cut with plywood. Do you understand now? The strips are cut with plywood, and then we spray it. Have you seen, when I was talking about color the other time, have you seen how many materials I've brought out that red, blue, white is? So you know that's Montessori. That's another way of you identifying Montessori materials. I told you there are so many materials that are not Montessori materials. There are so many materials in early years that are not Montessori materials. The abacus is not a Montessori material. The abacus is not a Montessori material. Many early years materials you see, many are Montessori inspired. What did I call them? Montessori inspired. They are Montessori inspired. That means the people that made them, majorly China, they copied from Montessori material. Montessori, one of the traits of Montessori materials, that you will use to identify Montessori materials is almost all Montessori materials are made with wood, because Montessori has longevity in mind when producing materials. Montessori wants material to last long. Montessori does not want materials that children will destroy easily. Most of the Montessori inspired materials are made with toys, with plastic. Plastic spoil easily. When children knock them down, they scatter. Montessori doesn't want to produce that. This, if a child throws it, even an adult, for you to cut this, you must be very intentional. You must have something in mind for you to, before you will break this. So a child cannot even break this. You understand? That's one of the attributes of Montessori materials. Look at the painter, look at the brown stairs, look at the cigar board, look at the spindle box. They are all made with wood. So one of the things you have to learn by coming to this place is for you to learn that it is not all early years materials that are Montessori materials. It is not. Somebody invited me sometimes ago. She was going to upgrade her school. She said she now wants to be doing Montessori very well. She wants a good Montessori teacher. No problem. I got her a teacher. The teacher got there. She said, "Ma, they don't have Montessori materials." This woman was annoyed. When I got back to her, I told her, "Ma," she said, "there are no Montessori materials for her to use." She said, "In my school, Miss Obadare, níbi tí mo invest ní Montessori material dé, ẹ̀yin kan tẹ́ bá dé ẹ̀fọ́." I said, "Yes, ma." She said, "It's a whole room." I said, "Yes." She invited me to her school. I got there. Montessori room. "Mama, it's toy you have." She said, "What do you mean?" I carried my phone. We sat down together. I opened our catalog. She started going through the catalog. I said, "Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this?" By the time I got to half, she was not looking at my phone again. She said, "So gbogbo àwọn eléyìí náà kì í ṣe Montessori materials." Mo lọ sí China nítorí wọ́n ní, you know. In fact, mo tún visit Turkey. Many of them. Mo ní shop. I was selling many of them. I had a very big shop. But tó di pé mo ń travel táwọn ọmọ ò jẹ́ kí n sinmi tán máa ń jẹ́ kí n máa travel ni mo decide láti close shop yẹn. I have the biggest baby shop. Mommy. Toy lenta. Toy. They are not Montessori material. So a lot of people make that mistake to invest in Montessori inspired materials than Montessori materials. They are not Montessori materials. They can be used for teaching. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they cannot be used for teaching. They can be used for something. Otito, mi wayari molaro. Apami. They can be used to teach, but they are not Montessori materials. And as somebody that has come to learn Montessori, you must understand this, and you must be able to differentiate. You must be able to differentiate. You must be able to. You have come to a place like this. You have opportunity to see a lot of Montessori materials, because it's not all trainers you will see materials like this. Some people are training. They know the theory very well. They even know the practical, but maybe for one reason or the other, they've not been able to invest in materials. You might see some the popular ones. You will see Pinter, Brown Stairs, LMA, Shadeboard. You can see this. There are some materials I have here. You can't see it with some trainers. This is not common. This is not common. How many of you know Montessori Mall? How many of you know Montessori Mall? You don't know Montessori Mall? She's on the internet. She sells Montessori. There is also Revive Tech. These are people, we buy Montessori materials from each other. So there are times they order some from me. There are times I order from them if I'm in a hurry to deliver or I don't have. But there are some materials I did them because I am a trainer. I did them for myself because I am a trainer. They may not do it because they are not training. They are only selling materials. And if people don't know it, they will not demand for it. They can do it and it will not sell in time. You understand what I mean? It's not as if they can't sell it. But a businesswoman will always bring what people are demanding for. Thank you. If people are not asking for it, they will not do it. It will not sell. You understand? So that is the issue there. There are some materials like the fraction skittles. Do you know the fraction skittles? How many of you know fraction skittles? How many of you know fraction skittles? Raise up your hand. Louisa. Vivian. See her eye. Oh yeah, go and bring fraction skittles for me. Your juniors are here, oh. People that just came are here, oh. They might have shown them, they are not there. Okay. Maybe exam is November. She doesn't know fraction skittle. Whoa, I'll save you today. There are supposed to be 5, but where is the 5th one? Where is the 5th one? For us, please let me look for the 5th one for her. There are 5. Where can it be? 1 is not there. So you people should help me check that place. So where did it fall? Number 5 is not there. Now these are called fraction skittles. This is what we call fraction skittles. This is what we call fraction skittles. People who are selling Montessori materials, they just sell. They import. Because all these people that sell, they import from China. People who are importing, selling, most of them don't sell this. Because not everybody that knows it. You know, that small room. This thing is remaining 1, 5. Have they seen it? Okay. These are called fraction skittles. This is whole. 1. Whole. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Then 5. So you know how you cut apple, you use it to trade. So instead of cutting apples, cutting orange and all those things, this is the Montessori material for fraction. These are called fraction skittles. These are some of the reasons why I tell you that it is not all Montessori trainers or people that sell materials that have all materials. Like this fraction skittles is one of the materials that is not common. It's not common. We have it because we are trainers. And I have when I was doing my own training, one of the disadvantages was that we were limited in materials. There were some materials I never saw during my training at all. I did not see them. Because the people that were training us then, they don't have it. They have only the basic ones. But I worked with a woman at Ajao Estate, Mastersville Montessori. She's at Ajao Estate, Asafari Ogun. If you follow that, how many of you know Kenu? You know Kenu now. When you follow Kenu, you are going to Airport Road. The school is a very big school on that road. You know Masters. I was once the head of school there. She's I don't know if people like Green Springs now can have material like her. But then, I'm talking about some 16, 17 years ago. There's no two school in this Lagos that has the material that woman has. No, there's no two school. The reason is she studied Montessori. She did Montessori herself at NAMC, and she was a former air hostess before she married and decided she wanted to start school. So while she was traveling, she was bringing in materials. So when I got there, that man said, Miss Obadari, you are going to work. She interviewed me for 6 days, every day, 6 days. We were being interviewed every day because she knows Montessori very well. She knows how. There's no material she doesn't know how to use. You can. She's not a school owner. You'll be daddy. For your first one, when she carries this fraction schedule like this, this is how she will carry it. She will do her hand like this. Sabadari, this is 5. We are going to be using it to do fractions. That's how she'll be talking. The way she will be handling the material herself, even you will know that yes, you don't reach. But she saw that I knew, and I was also very creative. So she decided she was going to work with me. She doesn't open. She said it's not everybody I open on my Montessori rooms for, but she opened for me all the shelves. She opened. She has a room that's long like this that she lock up shelf from beginning to the end. If you see geography shelf, geography materials that I've not seen before, I saw it with that woman. I started asking her, this one too are Montessori material. She will laugh. This person I'm talking to you about, she's the most wicked school owner I have worked with in my life. I have to tell you people, young people, for you to know, I have never worked with a school owner that is as brutal, as insulting, as proud as that woman. But look at this difficult character and look at my life. I got to a stage, nobody told me, you have something you want to collect from this woman. Close your eyes to her character. I closed my eyes. This woman lost one of her hearing in the school. We are about to resume. You know those days, 2 days to resumption. They say teachers to come and clean. One of her hearings fall. It's not gold though. The type of curse that somebody will be cursing in Yoruba, you will use your hands to block your ears like this. Yeah, I don't want to hear this type of thing. Àwọn tó mú àwọn onífọwọ́gbọ́mọ ṣe kìíní kan yíbiribiri gbàgbàgbù. And she's tall. She's like her height or a bit taller than her. If Miss Efeso is coming, this is somebody that is tall, she'll be looking straight. You are passing like this, you are passing like, good morning, ma. The day she does not want to answer you people, if you like, die, kneel down, fall, somersault. This is how she'll be going to her office. And she'll go there, she'll go along. Hey, any day she comes like that, and after 1 hour, Mr. Badare, Miss Efeso said you should see her in her office. Hey, there is toilet inside my office. There is toilet inside my office. I will first go inside the toilet because she has CCTV that she's using to see everywhere. But the CCTV does not go inside toilet. So I'll go inside my office first. I'll go and pray. The Lord's prayer. I'll pray. I'll commit my life into God's hands before I enter her office. Good morning, Mr. Barari. Any report for me? Is everything okay? You got the check? She can talk to me like that for 45 minutes. She will not raise her face. Our eye will not meet. because she went to learn that one now. She paid. She will not let her head because Oyibo know her. But this is the person I work with. Look at what I'm doing today. I look away from the character. Because if any of the teachers want to use any Montessori, it is compulsory. In our school, every class has Montessori material. She's that rich. They have this thing. Every class, all the nursery classes have Montessori material. It's not that you are going to carry it from one class to your class. Everything you want to use is in your class. Every day, there's shelves. So, but there are times when the teachers want to use some materials because of the topics in their curriculum. They have to come and meet me. Mr. Badare, which material are we going to use for this topic? It may be geography or this thing. It's not here. So maybe I have to go and bring it from the store. Some, me myself, I don't have to use that time. And I want to go and meet her in her office. And you cannot go and meet her in her office and say, they are using the material this afternoon. You now go to Mr. Efes or this morning. So you have to go like yesterday or day before yesterday and say, ma, this material, we are going to use it on Wednesday. Please, can we discuss about it? Can you take me to? Did I tell you I'm in the mood to use materials today?
Okay.
Hey.
Not in the mood.
Okay. I will come back now. I will be going back to knock. I'll be going back to peep. There are times when you must not knock. Oh, you just open the door like this. I will meet you, John. You know. Then after very big school at Ajawo Estate. She even have secondary now. She has cooled down. She has cooled down. She will after some time. I will now open the door. One time she will not do like this. At times we used to do non-verbal communication, sign language. Me, I will do like this. She too, she know. I will enter. You first.
Is it special? Maybe she has thought.
She has just got this special. She has just got. No, she's just a hard person. She's somebody that is hard. She's Oburuni. She's just somebody that is hard. But she has calmed down now. I have people that are still working with her. She has calmed down. Age is not. It's not age. It's BP. BP wanted to finish her, so she came down. She came down. That's human being. What am I telling you? There are a lot of places where there are benefits, but there are also problems. There are prices to pay. And every day when I remember her, I thank God I paid those prices. I thank God I paid those prices. How would I have been able to use all these materials today if she did not put me through? There are so many materials. She was the one that put me through how to use them. I didn't learn them from any school. Even places I trained, they didn't use it for me. You understand? So you have to look away from what people are doing at times and then focus on goal. The goal. What's the goal? What's your aim? Why did you go there? Like those of you that used to say Mr. Badare is wicked too. I'm going to be wicked though. In fact, my wickedness ain't going. Because for some of you, if I don't open this my eyes, you need it. Vivian 1, Vivian 2, AJ, international latecomers. You not come late. It's just that you were absent. You did not come late. Okay, so we are done with this morning. Do you have questions for me? These are the yes, ma'am. Mr. Lighton. Share that math shelf. These your people. You will not go and start from beginning to the end. They say, how do they use the addition board? Some people say maybe he taught us when I was not there. So maybe he's there. Maybe. And you told me it's only the big cabinet they have left. I will not will low you. Mrs. Watuku said she doesn't know how to use the addition board. àwọn nu ọlọ́run nu àwọn nu. What are you taking them now? I think you should just do revision first and then now end it at the big cabinet. At least I know some of them that have known how to use. Let those ones start using it as revision for them, and then you end it with the big cabinet. I think you should do revision. Oh yeah, move to the Montessori room. Mr. Light, come and end this so that you start your own. Move to the Montessori room. Should these people join them too? Everybody move to the Montessori room.